back, children. Welcome back to Refresh Concepts with me, Dinesh Modi. Let's proceed further. Now, children, what we are going to do is we are going to start with the word problems of trigonometry, which comes under the title Heights and Distances. In the previous video is what we have learned the terminologies about heights and distances. Angle of elevation, angle of depression, line of vision. So these are the common things is what we'll be using when it comes to the word problems. One thing, children, which everybody has to keep in mind is that word problems, that is under heights and distances, whatever word problems we face, if we draw neat, correct label diagram, our sum becomes very, very simple. Right? Based on the diagram is what we'll be getting the entire solution. So let's start with the first sum. What is the first sum trying to say? Very basic one. Mind you, it's a very basic sum. What it says? A person standing at a distance of 80 meters from a building sees the top of the building with an angle of elevation of 45 degree. Find the height of the building. Very simple question. It says that a person who looks at the top of the building, the angle of elevation happens to be 45. We just intend to find out height of the building. So let's jot down what the diagram could be. Say AB represent the height of the building. Let C be the point where the person is standing, and from here the person is observing the top of the building AB. The angle of elevation being told to us is 45 degree. The angle of elevation being told to us as 45 degree, as we have seen in our previous slide what exactly angle of elevation is. It says that the person is standing at a distance of 80 meters from the building. So if AB happens to be our building, person at C, he is 80 meters away from the building. What we are supposed to find out? We are supposed to find out the height of the building. Mind you, all the buildings are perpendicular to the surface. Moreover, all the triangles what we do in word problems has to be a right angle triangle unless and until specified. So children, just have a habit that in a very you can say short manner you should write down whatever your diagram is. So statements should be there. Whatever the diagram says is what we need to jot down. So what we have said AB as the height of the building. So we start our solution as let AB represent the height of the building. I'm just writing shortcut, height of the building. Let AB represent the height of the building. Let C be the position of the person. C be the position of the person. What is the angle of elevation made? 45 degree. Moreover, distance AC is 80 meters. So we'll write down both one by one. Angle of elevation, which in our diagram is measure angle ACB is 45 degree. And what is distance AC? So length AC is 80 meter. Let me say this as equation number 1. Once we are done with all the statements, though in a very brief manner is what we'll mention, but once we are done with all the statements, we simply need to go into the triangle and ask what exactly am I supposed to find out? I'm supposed to find out height. What is given to us? Distance is given to us. So what shall we use? Opposite is what I need to find. Adjacent is what I'm being given. We can always make use of 10. So in triangle ABC, I can simply say 1045 is equals to AB by AC. 1045 is equals to AB by AC. We all are aware 1045 is nothing but 1. How much is AB? That's what we need to find out. How much is AC? AC is nothing but 80 given to us. How much is AC? 80 given to us. So I'll write down two reasons. Since 1045 is equals to 1 and given that AC is equals to 80 meter. Even you can write down from 1 also. Why? Because we have jotted down as equation number 1. This cross multiplication will take place. AB is equals to 80 meter. Children, what is AB according to us? Is it the height of the building? That's what we have found out. As simple as that. Therefore, the height of the building is 80 meter. Simple the sum was, as we started off with the first sum. So we started off with a very simple sum to make you understand how the word problems of heights and distances could be. Now one thing is for sure I would like to make you understand in the very first sum, that at times there are students who might be thinking that, sir, I just wanted to know that every time is what 10 of an angle is what we are going to make use of. No children, I will not say that every time you'll be making use of 10 of that angle, but maximum number of time you will be using that. But I'll give you a very simple way what exactly you are supposed to do so in order to find out whether am I supposed to use tan, sine or cos. Always ask this theta, always ask this theta, that what is being given to you. So within the diagram, if I happen to check opposite is what I want to find out, in context to this theta, adjacent is given to me, and who makes the relation between opposite and adjacent? It is tan. Who makes the relation between opposite and adjacent? It is tan. That's the reason we happen to use tan 45. Now maybe, so we are done with this particular sum. I just need to say something more within the word problems of height and distances. Say tomorrow, if given to you, this is an angle, given to you, this is an angle, if AC is known to me and I'm supposed to find out BC, then what is the relation? If this is the angle given to us, this will be opposite, and this will be hypotenuse. Now who comes in opposite and hypotenuse? What relation comes in opposite and hypotenuse? The answer is sine. So I would have used sine then. So I just wanted to tell my students that not every time we'll be using 10. This is how we try to gauge what trigonometrical functions is what we are going to make use of. But I hope this sum was very simple. My children are aware how to now solve word problems. At least they can initialize the word problems. We will go further and learn different types of word problems. Even at every single sum will be rising our complexity level and will move further.